What's up, everybody? So, I'm coming to you back with another viral social media story. Now, this one is sad, so listen to this. A Las Vegas dad has been charged with child abuse, leading to substantial bodily harm after his 1-year-old daughter was found dead in a hot car. Sidney Deal, 27, was arrested on Monday after refusing several efforts to free his daughter, Saya, from the hot car, where she was trapped for about an hour. Deal was booked at the Clark County Detention Center and is being held on $20,000 bond. He didn't attend his initial hearing for medical reasons. The Las Vegas man told police officers on the scene that he didn't want to break the car windows on his Nissan Altima because of the potential cost to the vehicle, according to the Daily Beast. His partner also called an insurance company who offered to send a tow truck, but Deal refused the request after a disagreement about the price. Police officers offered to call a locksmith, but Deal used the opportunity to speak on the phone with his brother instead. Deal reportedly told officers that Saya had simply fallen asleep and that the air conditioner in the vehicle was on, according to KVVU TV. When officers were finally able to retrieve Saya from the car, she was already dead, with police stating her body had gone into rigor mortis. My son was not negligent the way he handled it, said Artemis Wilson in regards to her son, Deal. Reports state that Deal told the police that he accidentally locked Saya in the car after a fight with his girlfriend. The girlfriend told police he returned to her just a few minutes after leaving with Saya. Additionally, Deal talked on the phone with his brother, Samid, who arrived and offered to punch a window out after wrapping his hand around a shirt. Deal reportedly said hell no to Samid breaking his window, concerning that he wouldn't be able to pay for the window to get fixed. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration notes there were 53 hot car deaths in 2018 and 52 hot car deaths in 2019. So far, there has been at least 23 children who have died of heat stroke in 2020. So he locks his daughter in the car accidentally, quote unquote, and then all of these measures are coming to get her out of the car, and he says, no, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, stating that he does not have money to replace his window or money to pay for a tow truck. His brother even offered to punch out the window in his car, and he said no. Now, if you go to this man's Facebook, who is YFN Jers on Facebook, he just got this new car on September the 21st. He says, blessed, just got a new car and a better job making $18 an hour. And, he's posted with his vest on. You make $18 an hour. What are you complaining about? You just got a new car on September 21st and you're already idolizing it and worshiping it as if it's the only thing in your life. So, of course, this story seems unimaginable and quite fishy. And I couldn't believe that his mother was taken up for his actions. So just listen to what she had to say.
Because the vehicle was new. Deal's family, meanwhile, has been defending him, saying that he genuinely believed that the AC was on.
I raised him. He's a man. He's a man. He's not the average young man out here. Yeah, he's an African American. But my baby is a grown man. And he take care of his children. He worked for Alert Security. And I'm going to make sure he had character letters. My son is not what they trying to make him out to be.
Meanwhile, authorities say that Saya's injuries are consistent with a high heat environment that exceeded over 60 minutes, but her official cause of death is not public just yet. Meanwhile, Deal's bail was set to $20,000, and if he's able to make that, he will be placed under house arrest. He has been charged with felony abuse and neglect, but the state says that there could be more charges to come. Reporting live, Cassie Molnaric, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
If you continue to dig, you will find that his whole entire family is going to bat for him. His sister, Miria Deal, put on Facebook, for everyone with questions, my brother locked his keys in his car. Accidents happen. He was just in his car with AC on. He flagged down a cop driving by to help get in his car. The air conditioner was on. Saya was living and banging on the window, to my knowledge. There is an officer who witnessed that and has on body cam. There were no signs of Saya's ill or harmed. Clearly, police would have broke the window immediately, but they did not. They patiently waited on a locksmith, as my brother was too, not knowing that the air was blowing heat. So I don't know how or what kind of sequence this happened in, but why do you have the heat on? You actually have to manually turn it all the way to heat to know that you have the heat on. But she's saying that her brother didn't know that instead of the air conditioner, the heat was on. Number two, I thought police were supposed to automatically knock the windows out, not wait until an hour has passed. Now, his girlfriend has also came out and said that she was on the phone with a locksmith on hold for 23 whole minutes. When she got off the phone with the locksmith, she was defeated because he basically did not like the price that the locksmith gave him on the phone. I don't know what the price was that was quoted, but Sidney Deal was like, no, that's too much. That's too much money. So if a locksmith isn't going to open your car, how are you going to get your car open? Now, if you're wondering why the sister had to come out and say that the baby was alive and breathing and well, is because it's been allegedly put on the internet that the baby was actually dead and he just didn't want the car door opened. Somebody that seems to be from the camp of the baby and the baby's mother said, "We got the results back. He strangled my niece. F him." So it's two conflicting stories on the internet right now because his baby's mother is putting out a story and his baby's mother's family is putting out a story claiming they got the autopsy results back and the baby was actually dead way before all of this happened. So in my head, I'm just like, how can that be that the police saw a lifeless body in a car and didn't break out the windows? So that's why the sister came out and said that the baby was well and alive and y'all stop, trying to make these theories up. And then this article also came out from the neighbors. It says, Shelley Ratcliffe lives in the building next door and watched Deal and the police try to get into the car for about 2 hours before the window was broken. She said police even asked her for a clothes hanger to try to pop the lock. She said, "I didn't know there was a baby in the car until I saw them pull a limp body out." She says, "I don't understand why police didn't just bust the window open." In the article, the police also say that they needed special permissions to actually bust the window out from their general, and they didn't have permission to do so. Okay, on a hot day, you didn't have permission to knock the mighty window out to save a child. Don't understand. So according to the article, when they saw that the child was no longer responding, moving, not doing anything, that's when they was like, all right, we got to break this window, which doesn't make sense to me either, because they said that rigor mortis had already set in when they pulled the baby out of the car, meaning she was already stiff, meaning she had to be dead for 2 to 4 hours. So how were you standing around and after an hour, you finally decide to knock the window out the car? Y'all, this story is ridiculous. Now, the family is definitely going to bat for him. I mean, they're pulling out old YouTube videos of him being nice and kind, and they're doing these interviews and say they're going to get these character witnesses. And I'm just like, so another sibling decided to come out and take up for him as well and said, "Before you say stuff, know the story. My brother loves the hell out of his daughter, who he had full custody of. He was a single dad raising his child by himself. He thinking his baby good because the car was started and the air was on. A locksmith was on the way. When he flagged down the police, the first responders, it's on their body cam. They said, okay, the air's on, she good, and the locksmith was on the way. They didn't even break the window because she was awake. It's all on the body cam. I'm not about to let you guys defame my brother as a good young dad raising his child. He had my niece for this long, no problem. He loves the hell out of his daughter, and I know he in there going through it, thinking about his only baby girl. Y'all don't think this ish is hurting him? He couldn't flag down the police if he had ill intentions for his baby. Like, we all hurt. Some stuff could have been different in all of our eyes as well. If you know my brother, you know he's all about his child. Okay. So because he's locked up right now on $20,000 bond, his family feels the need to just come out here and make him this model citizen and make this whole situation a tragic accident. So like I said, Saya's mother's side of the family is claiming that they do have the autopsy results back and she was actually strangled and that was the cause of death. So this is why Dean's family is just, Sidney Deal's family is just taking up for him and going extra hard, because now they're saying that the baby was already dead before he summoned help and all that stuff. And the family is like, no, it's on body cam. She was alive, knocking on the windows, like, let me out. So we'll just have to wait and see what the final saying or ruling about all of this is. But I just don't understand people sometimes. Like, if that was my child, I wouldn't have let 3 minutes pass by of seeing my child knock on the window and want to be out. I'm going to say fuck it and knock that window out. I don't understand waiting an hour. I don't understand waiting 15 minutes. Hell, I don't understand waiting 10. Because anything can happen, whether the air is on or not, or you think, oh, everything's all right. I don't give a fuck. I'm knocking that window out in the first 3 minutes. I'm going to look for them damn keys. If I see that those keys are in there, I'm kicking the shit out that window. Period. But I have to, remind myself that everybody isn't built like me. Some people have different mindsets. Some people have childish ass mindsets. Some people, I don't know. I'm not Sidney, so I can't say. But I will say that 3 minutes wouldn't have passed before I'm knocking that damn window. And there's always more to the story, and I feel like social media is going to explode over the next couple of days with this story, and I'll keep you updated.